we're here back with a more amazing reaction, back with some more I'm Kevin. And he's talking about Blue Eye Samurai. And it's titled Blue Eye Samurai is Ruthless. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. She's a bad bitch. She's bad. When I first watched this anime in general, this is like 2 years ago, which we're still waiting for season 2 because leaving off how I left off, like, dude, we need more. And the point that it took the internet by storm, just like when K-pop Demon Hunter took the internet by storm. And it's a great watch. Is at the end of the day, if it's an anime that I would gladly recommend to you, definitely on that if you have Netflix or however you watch anime, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, I digress. If you like any of this content, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Like, comment, and subscribe to I'm Kevin. I will leave the original link to this video down below so you watch it uninterrupted. Also, link to my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Follow me on those social platforms. Also, link to the Discord. Come join into the crow's nest. Talk to myself. Have a jolly good time. Also, link to the Cashapp for gracious enough to donate. Whatever you want to donate is fine. Don't. That's fine as well. Say things, thanks. But by donating, like I was sharing the good stuff out here, show your support. Let me know you rock with the direction content. Rock with the channel and rock with your boy. But this is a 50+ video, and most likely gonna be here for a little bit more than an hour. So grab your snacks and let's go.
How did this terrible creature come to be? It alone was not enough. It took one more ingredient. Love. Poisoned by betrayal.
Yes. She actually found someone that she truly loved and that loved her, but she ended up getting betrayed by that same person. Oh, man.
To bring so much bloodshed. The unreal.
The samurai. He's not human. I saw its eyes.
Stop him. He'll come. He'll stand right here. And he will open your throat.
Instead, it's not a him. It's a she. Hells have no fear like a woman scorn. And I'm going to do... Here's the thing. I have a poll up. I can go back on it. Between Jin and Atsu. And a lot of people chose Jin. And here's the thing. I understand. But Atsu was moving hell of different than it was with Jin. That is scary.
Oh, Kyoto is talking about the unnamed samurai who cut through Shingo Dojo.
What a demon bastard! You look like an unreal!
He's nowhere. He disappeared. I told you. I said the samurai could not be stopped, but you wouldn't listen.
I have no interest in money or power. I have no interest in being happy. Only satisfied.
Betrayal, injustice, possessing her soul, transforming her into a nightmare.
Unreal.
This doesn't end until you die.
Greetings.
Hello.
So, Blue Eye Samurai. Not gonna lie, this is probably top 2 best animated shows on Netflix. Like, it's really Arcane, Blue Eye, and then Cyberpunk, and also Yo Renee. Listen, I know I'm doing everything on Netflix but Devil May Cry, and I ain't forget, it's on my watch list, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna watch it after this. Hopefully, maybe there's a chance. Anyways.
Come on, Kev.
So Mizu, our protagonist, came in for some refreshments. Said not a word, by the way, and I don't blame her. This nigga was talking a little too much. I sped this up by like 2 times, and he's still talking. So he goes to grab some tea, and this guy right here just reminded me that this takes place in the 1600s. The times where your name and the family you were born in mattered. If you were a high enough status, you can put...
No, and all the female on here, like, literally, she kind of did piss me off. I get it, I understand, but at the same time, it's like, dude, she was doing kind of a little bit much. Like, dude that wanted her was actually doing a lot more. But still, though, it's just crazy. The whole thing is, the whole show is amazing, yet a lot of craziness.
Much do whatever you want. You can go into someone's house, take their baby, and if they try to stop you, they'll get beat for that shit.
Wow.
But this guy single-handedly caused this entire mishap and had the audacity to slap him like, nigga, you did this. And the father has no other choice but to degrade his son in front of all these people, because if he didn't favor the guy with power, expect a platoon of soldiers at your front door. But then he proceeds to slip and spill more, like, damn, today is just not your day. So he pulls out a gun and started giving his little bad guy speech. I am Hachiman, the flesh trader. No one messes with Hachi. We do not care. And
Like,
did
for
you
real,
just
we do
give
not
yourself
care,
a
for real.
nickname, bro? Nobody calls you Hachi. So Mizu gets up, looking straight down the barrel, started analyzing his loadout, deducted his origin of creation and everything. So she was like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I've been following you this whole time. Just tell me who sold you that gun. Then the guy just sits down. Like, what made you think you can just sit down after hearing that? So Mizu does a slight threat. Well, for anime standards, this is a big threat. When a swordsman puts their hand on their sword, it's the same way of having an RPG aimed at your neck. If this guy was smart, he would have pulled the trigger immediately. Instead, he gets his 2 fingers chopped off. I hope you're ambidextrous, pal. Proceeds to interrogate the man, demanding to know where he got that gun from. Of course, he tells immediately. Shit, I would too. Just by the way you walked into this establishment, I want no problems. You're the only one here who has a cape, a hat, and glasses on. Obviously, I'm a side character. But we
And he got to talking real quickly.
find out a man named Heiji Shindo sold him the gun. So then Mizu reveals her eyes. And I'm so serious, when first watching the show, I thought she was literally half demon. I thought at some point we was going to see her grow wings, breathe fire or some shit. Whole time,
And this whole concept of unreal fits her to a T. If you don't know what the definition of unreal is, look it up. There's Google. But it's one of those things. It's what's comparing to the same thing with Atsu as well from Ghost of Yote of Unreal, because she either came close to death or had died and got revived. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
just half white. Whole time, they just racist.
You dead-eyed, half-blooded demon bastard!
Oh my god.
You look like an unreal!
No, he can't get away with that blatant disrespect. Took 2 more fingers off. Might as well take the whole hand while you at it. Can't even use the thing no more. So Ringo here thought that was cool, I guess, and decided to follow Mizu, asking to be her apprentice. And you know I love the dedication, but I think you're missing 2 very important things to be a samurai. So you know what she says?
A breeze can throw a crane off course. You are a typhoon.
What?
Not gonna lie, I don't know what she meant by that. She either meant that he's a distraction, or she just called him fat but poetic. But he
Damn.
couldn't take no for an answer, so you know what she did? Tied that man to a tree. Definitely a murder attempt. It's
Yeah.
freezing outside. The dude has no hands. He's doomed. So she walks over to the shrine, and I was thinking, oh, she's probably gonna pray for a safe travel or ask for guidance, but boy, was I wrong. I mean, she does ask for guidance, but not in the way I thought she was. She was like, please, brighten my path to the men I seek. Guide my steps until I find them.
Please give me the strength to kill them.
Wow.
Or let me die.
Yeah, we're in for a ride. Going to a shrine actually.
And here's the thing, and knowing the fact that she actually made it, we didn't know the backstory to her until I think in the later episodes. I'm going ahead like this right now though.
For shit like that is crazy. So then we get a little glimpse into her past, and they
There we
really
go.
show us how evil people were back in the day.
There.
Even the little kids had
The little
nothing
kids
but
were
hate
evil,
for her. Like,
and that's the thing. The parents encouraged them. Like, what is this, Naruto? Like, literally, y'all cannot. And y'all think, oh, this is normal. We have to keep people like that aside. And here's the thing: a lot of people think, oh, that wouldn't happen in real life. Yes, it has, and currently is. Dude, I got teased for being half black, half Mexican. Here's the thing: it wasn't even all this. It's because I have big ears. I'm half black, half Mexican, and I was a shy kid.
it cannot be that serious. It's pouring outside. Go home. Why are we fighting to the death on a random cliff in the middle of the night at 11 years old? Y'all should be playing tag or something, not playing with lives. So
For
then
real.
this random meteor drops, which happens to save her life. This old man casually walks up like nothing just happened. Walked up as if he just walked into Walmart. Meteors must be dropping at the same time every week for him to have the shopping cart ready the second it touched down. But this blacksmith ends up being a father figure for Mizu. He is blind, by the way, but I'm sure he knows what Mizu is. Blind people in anime are never actually blind.
No.
They just use that title to make
They use their other senses to see the world that we miss. But that was bad as hell.
thing they do look cooler. But as the years pass, as she grows older, she began practicing the sword. And we knew this from earlier, but she's on a revenge mission. Back before she was born, there were 4 white men in Japan. One of them took her mother and made Mizu a monster, a creature of shame, she says. She blames one of them for causing this torment in her life, but doesn't know which is her father. So she has vowed to take out every last one of them.
I do not know their names. I do know their fate. They will all die by my hand. I have vowed this.
And this old man is such a real one. He heard that story and said, what did I teach you about steel? The strongest sword is a blend of steel, pure and impure. You may be something shameful, but you may also be strong. Didn't try to get in her way or anything. Just told her to train at night. Anyways, we cut back to the present. She made it to the village asking around for directions to the Shindo dojo. She actually found people who are a part of said dojo.
You look like a blind beggar.
Yeah, don't worry, she gonna handle them later. Especially after they gave her false directions to a damn brothel. And turns out Ringo made it here too. So she bought that dude a 3-night stay, and I kid you not, this show has no limits. We see about 5 different pairs of titties each episode. Like, shit gets weak.
Me and Gay in the function. I mean, amen, amen, amen. Hey, they're wild back then, man.
If there's a show you don't want to watch on the TV, this is one of them. So as she was making her way to the dojo, she crosses paths with Princess ImKevinn, and her whole thing is not wanting to be forced into marriage. She wants to make her own choices. She wants to be with Taiyin, someone she's already in love with, and with the right convincing, she actually got her father to agree to it. Meanwhile,
Yes,
Mizu finally makes it to the
that. I was so
dojo,
happy.
tries to meet with the master but was refused. So they gave her a bowl of, I don't know, glue.
What is that?
Gave her a bowl of Elmer's, but they tell her to hurry up and eat and get the fuck out. Now, I should mention, just in case this is your first time seeing this, Mizu is a girl, but makes herself look like a man. So everyone thinks she's a man. Y'all probably could tell, but anyways. These guys were trying to get her to leave, but Mizu's not leaving empty-handed. And just look at the swag, bro. She knows she's tough. And this guy goes, be warned. Now you face my Shindu Ryu.
It's trash.
So they run in and just look how she glides her hand. You would have died. This guy too did that just to let them know if she pulled out her blade, y'all would have been cooked. The next grunt runs in, airballs, goes for another. Entire elbow snapped from her, extending her arm. I don't understand how they just saw that and decided to go again. Slip, pops.
That makes it. Ooh, crazy freeze on that one. But yeah, the point that they went again was stupid to me. I'm like, dude, why are y'all asking? Y'all literally asking for this ass whooping.
Like, who is she, Wonder Woman? Another dodge, followed by another assault to the ankles. Turns around, grabs his sword, brings him in. You're gonna need to see a dentist after this. And look at this right here. She palms the face. What type of move is this? Never in my life have I seen a nigga get gripped by the roof of his mouth. And he just accepted it. Why you just sitting there allowing it? Flips dude around, pulling his teeth out, then proceeds to smack dude like 5 times. She got a whole collateral going on. Like, man, put your hands up or something, please. And y'all know how grunts be. Even if the dojo lost, we still have a chance like this. Put your sword down and accommodate your guest. You can win this. She is beating y'all ass. I would have ran straight to the master, especially after seeing a dude get his teeth lodged into someone else's head. She then bounced the sword into dude's face, uses the hat. Yeah, I'm gonna need the sword off you, bro. Gotta keep the swag intact first. Smacks the sword down. I hope you didn't plan on having kids. So that thing at this point, I'm thinking her goal.
Yeah, I forgot all this. Yeah, we're gonna be here for a minute. Yeah, I hope y'all I'm posting this at night, so I hope y'all have a long night tonight. Jesus. Holy shiesta. What the literally.
New set of teeth. She's not done though. She uses the same teeth that was stuck in that sword, put one straight in that man's eye. So finally someone pulls out an actual sword, but we don't even gotta drag this out. Dude got spanked so bad he ran and called for Big Bro. But if y'all realized, this is Tengen he's calling for. And this is when we found out his true nature. I don't think he actually loved Princess Akemi. He was just using her for more power. But anyways, he pulls up seeing Mizu putting straight belt to ass. And he think he's so tough for sneaking like, buddy, you are not him. And funny enough, this is the same dude that was bullying Mizu when she was younger.
Oh, so he had this entitled attitude the whole fucking time. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Now I remember. Yeah. yeah, this is the same one that, like Kev said, bullied her. So he's been having this whole entitled attitude his entire life, as we literally see.
That to begin with, but the little grunts in the back are doing what they always do. Glazing.
Tiger has won over 64 battles. How many duels have you won?
Like, bro, she just put your whole clan on fraud watch. I bet dude in the back didn't even fight. He saw everyone getting their ass beat, so he just laid down. Anyways, enough of this. Yeah, let's take this shit outside. And man, can we bring this back? Let's put the guns away and bring the swords back. Like with guns, you can't have cold-ass one-liners like this.
Thank you. No one has yet deserved my blade.
He runs in, gets snow thrown in his eyes, still commits though, gets a little slash on her neck, and not gonna lie, Mizu got cooked in like 3 seconds, but she was restricted. On her Rock Lee timing, takes off the weights. Sword back in hand, man, bring your ass back here. Weave. Excellent disarm. Slashes the back.
Ooh, first of all, know the fact that she basically whooped the entire clan before she got to this point. With ankle weights, all the weights on her. She literally was a Rock Lee with it. And she takes them off. Well, I'm faster now.
The knee tosses him over and somehow flips him with a blade.
Stop. Damn it, Tiger. How the hell you get flipped with a blade? Just fucking embarrassing.
So turns out this guy is the master of the dojo. And Mizu did all this just to ask him where his brother is at. Just to find Heiji Shindo. Even the master was confused. Like, no way you came here and that's all you wanted. But he does tell her. And before leaving, Tiger is going to say, oh, but you're still a dog.
What?
Yeah, alright, bro.
Shut the fuck up, nigga, and watch this goddamn combo.
And look how she just walks out. She know that jungle is clean. Took that boy hairpin too, gave it to the needy. Cause he definitely won't be needing you now. Just took your badge of honor. Having that long top knot means you never lost a battle, but now you got a mean ball spot. So then we see Haiji, the dojo master, talking with Heiji Shindo. And they was pretty much saying like, nah, there was nothing we can do. That samurai was unstoppable. Done whooped every student I had.
The four fangs. Send the four fangs after this samurai.
Now, this guy is obviously the one in charge. Heiji Shindo, the guy sitting on the throne, is just the face of the operation. This dude is sitting in the dark eating an apple. Yeah, get this nigga gone. We know you the villain. It's not even cause he's in the dark. It's the fact that he picked up an apple just to stare at it. Like he never seen an apple before. He just wanted to look like he's doing something.
In the shadows,
just wants us to think he's pondering something meticulous. And the four fangs was sent out immediately. Mind you, Mizu did get hurt in that last fight, but she'll be alright. And just to show us the four fangs mean business, they pulled up to the shop from earlier, asked the owner what he knows about the samurai.
Man, can y'all shut up? Try to eat over here.
Now, why would he say that? You see four big-ass individuals masked up, wearing all black, a sword on each hip, and you thought you could just say that with no repercussions? Idiots. Anyways, Ringo somehow found Mizu again, and at this point she was like, why fight it? Whatever, you can come along. And she also tells us that Heiji Shindo isn't her target. It's the white man he protects. But they're on a whole different island, so they'll need a boat. Unfortunately, everybody here is drunk. It's some type of festival going on today, so the earliest they can leave is tomorrow. So you know what that means? Yeah. A whole 24 hours for the four fangs and Tekken to catch up. I don't know why he's doing this, to be honest. Even if you somehow, some way beat Mizu, that shit ain't bringing your hair back. No honor is being restored. The entire dojo knows you as the guy who got his ass beat, then his head shaved. Your reputation cannot be saved.
And the point that history, that whole dojo reputation cannot be saved either. This, to me, him losing the top of his head means jack shit compared to the freaking dojo getting their ass whipped. I'm sorry. That, don't get me wrong. Yes, shame, whatever. But literally, the whole dojo got belt to ass.
And the four fangs, man, I thought they were somewhat reasonable, but in hindsight, I should have known they were far from it when they killed that man for saying shut up. Because they pulled up to the village and killed everyone on the bridge. Like the guard, sure, I get that. But the people who were just waiting in line, like, bro, they would have moved out the way. Matter of fact, I'm sure they did move out the way, and I still cut them down. Meanwhile, Mizu was out training with Tengen lurking in the trees. Just saw her cut down a big one and thought he can do the same, bro. Just go home.
Yeah.
But speaking of home, him and ImKevinn are no longer blessed for marriage. She is now being put with the Shogun's son, and it's so crazy how marriage worked back then. I'm sure
Very much
practices
so.
like this still exist today, but offering up your daughter to gain power is interesting. Shit, I know if I had a daughter, I wouldn't
yeah,
want her
it's
to
very
look in
much
the
so.
direction of a nigga.
Very much so interesting. And the point that a lot of people don't think that wasn't weird. I mean, it is weird, but it was the times at the time. But at the same time, like, dude, I I can never thought of someone saying, "Hey, I want to marry. Can you offer your daughter or your son for marriage?" I'm like, what the fuck? And for political power, by the way. I'm like, aren't you a dad? Aren't you a pappy? You want your daughter or your kid to find actual happiness, not. Oh man.
I found even remotely weird. Anyways, she decided it's best for her to run away. Does get caught by Seki though, which is like her tutor, mentor. I don't know. He's like her uncle, if anything. But I have so much respect for this dude because instead of straight up telling her no, get your ass back inside, he said, "I bet. Let's go." And as they were on the road, the carriage got attacked by bandits, and of course Seki handled it, but also this is the exact moment where Kemi realized she's not built for this shit. Got the shoes took off her. Now she's going to tough it out a little longer. Got a ride on this dude's wagon, but funny enough, the dude took them further away from their destination, and that is when she really knew she wasn't built for this shit. Seki knew this was gonna happen, so he pulls out a coin like, okay, let's go home. But she just couldn't let him get the "I told you so." He was trying to explain there's only so many paths you can take, a wife or a whore.
But you sold me to a rich man's son. How's that any different from being a whore?
Traveling village to village for girls to buy.
I mean, she's right. It's one. Yeah, it's right. Yeah, and this is why a lot of people didn't like at first didn't like the idea for women at this time to walk their own path. It was like that for many centuries. It wasn't just Japan. It was literally everywhere around the world to a certain point. And when even then, like there's still now, like in other countries, that a lady don't have a say so, either yes or no, which is pretty messed up. Because everyone should at least have a voice, even if they're right or wrong.
And girls are bought, sold by their own families. Ask them if it's different.
Not gonna lie, Kemi, he cooked you. You know he did too. Look at your face. But you know what she does? Hits him with the "oh, so you never believed in me."
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell. When he follows her into the tavern, he sees her pretending to be a courtesan. Which, I mean, can't be mad at it. If it works, it works. Got a free ride to the place she wants. Left Seki behind and all. But we cut back to Mizu. When you see that tattoo she got, yeah, that's her hit list. 4 targets. She already got one. No clue who, when, or how, but she did it. Then she starts hearing the festival going on, so she was like, oh, you know what? I'll check it out just for a little bit. Yeah, guess we gotta postpone the festivities. She's in a tight spot right now because these aren't the weak-ass dojo members. These guys are trained for this. And look at her aura farming. This could have went so bad. If you landed even remotely wrong, your ass would have been tumbling. And real quick, down at the festival, they were doing this catch the magic stick thing. Pretty much if you got the stick, your wish will come true, right? But the whole reason I'm breaking this up is because, like I said earlier, this show would take any chance it gets. There were straight titties and meat on the screen, like the whole shebang. Like someone sat here and animated every frame. I didn't think I was getting to a show with this much freedom. Anyways, everyone jumps down with her, and the moment I saw this, I knew these niggas were sorry. Or Mizu is just that much better than them. Got cooked immediately. Flips over to the next guy, chops both arms off. Yeah, you're done. The main guy throws his sword, one of them knocking Mizu down, but one arm handstand just like that with the sunset in the background.
That's tough. Hey, hey. Oh man.
The farm wallpapers. And not gonna lie, that mountain looked way higher. I didn't think the ground was right there. But it's finally the main guy's turn, and we find out he has a blade from Master Iji, the blacksmith who raised Mizu. And we did get a whole flashback of the encounter. Long story short, he said he was a bookbinder. Eiji find out later on he was lying, but it was too late. The sword was already made and in his hands. He just ran away. But I do like how they don't dive too deep into the, oh, I knew you once before. All this time, you're still the same. Nah, it's on.
No, because at the end of the day, that does not matter because you can get put down. Yep.
Yeah, I knew you. I didn't fuck with you then and I don't fuck with you now.
Yeah.
We don't got much to speak about. And the first half, it was just feeling each other out. Until she spots Tengen in the back, and that messed up her whole vibe. Got sliced because of that. But look at this right here. He thought this shit was a free win.
Hold on. The waves are speaking to me.
What?
Just tossed the blade. Now the Four Fangs must have been fighting straight bums this whole time. Y'all don't deserve a code name like that. Mizu out here putting everyone on fraud watch. And now she gotta deal with this dude, which she can't. You're the reason she got sliced in that battle. And no honor comes from this. He had to put the sword down. But look at my dog Ringo. I wish he threw a few punches. You're a little too level-headed, but I'm glad he ran in no hesitation. So as they're bringing her back to the shrine, we get a glimpse at her past.
Damn!
Who do you think is looking for y'all, Neji? Hinata?
For
You think
real.
they got Byakuya?
God damn. It's one of those things like, hey, you don't let them see you because your eyes, you smack them like, whoa, 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 whoa! See, again, I said it in my Maki video. Sometimes y'all create your own monster and y'all expect things to be preachy. No! No! That's not how that works.
Out there, ain't no one gonna see her eyes from that little crack. Now, something did happen though. The house got burned down, but it wasn't from her looking out the window shit. If it was, Mizu wouldn't have gotten away. Eventually though, the word of the Four Fangs' death has been carried out, and what did he do? Bro, he was the messenger. Y'all said this job comes with benefits, but y'all just killed that man over bad news. Bad news that he didn't create. Anyways, this is when we find out the white man, still don't know his name, has been here for over 10 years, all with the goal of taking over the shogunate. And after hearing the news of the Four Fangs getting killed, he was just fed up.
You want me to gift my attention to some malformed half-breed who's handy with a sword. Spare a cup of concern towards our purpose and do it your fucking self.
And I guess that's what he did, call this brute to get it done. But we cut back and see Mizu still injured. And Taigen is for real, writing a dual contract, talking about how many days until you can fight again. Like
2 days.
And she's looking this dude straight in the eyes, saying, you should have killed me when you had the chance.
There would be no honor in that.
You don't want revenge. You want a party. When I find the men I've set out to kill, I promise you I won't waste a second on ceremony.
And that's the difference. That's the difference between these two. Like, you just want the glory. She just want to put these guys down because they've been in the news. It's not just in her side, but everyone else's. And she don't need the recognition.
So the next day rolls around. That brute tracked them down in what, a day? Surprisingly though, it wasn't to fight. He came all this way to deliver a message, pretty much inviting them to a tea party.
What?
They knew it was a trap, but after the note read from Heiji Shindo, Mizu did not care. Hopped on the horse immediately. That's exactly who she wants to see. And during the trip, of course there was shit talking, and Mizu was like, nigga, I could beat your ass with any weapon. A spear, a rock, matter of fact, come on now. Weave stops the attack, evades the next, grabs the wrist, and to be honest, I don't know what she did here or the purpose of it, but he stops her attack. Immediate finger separation, and look how ass Tengen is. Hitting the wounded area, bro, you suck. And you still got put on your ass. And this counts as a loss right here, by the way. You would have died. Then he goes back into the, oh, you're a monster. We used to tell scary stories about you. You know, that type of stuff. Still rock his bitch ass, though. Look at him. I don't want to play no more. He broke my nose. And he trying to walk away all cool talking about some, you're around. Huh? We know. She got your nose leaking, buddy. Nobody thought it was a close call. So we see Ringo talking with Taigen, and at this point, I think he's actively trying to be a dickhead. Because no way he doesn't hear what's coming out of his mouth. He was like, you know what? After I murk your master, you come work for me. No. Can't be my apprentice, though, because, you know, half limb to a half wit, but you can work in the kitchen. And if I dumb down Ringo's response, he pretty much said, why would I work for your trash ass when I can work for greatness? So they finally made it to their destination. Mizu and Taigen was let in, but Ringo was told to stay out. They walk in, and it was actually a tea party. And after so long, they finally gave us a name to the white man. Fowler. And she just came out and said it. Yeah, I'm gonna kill him. I don't care what y'all two got going on, but it's not important. So Heiji tries to offer her 50,000 Ryu and to be appointed as the new lord of Sendai Han. Now,
I mean, the point that, man, that's a lot of money too. I'm not, and here's the thing: no one's about to happen next. I can't really blame her.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds expensive. Also, as an insurance, we gotta take your thumb. Dude had an entire box just filled with them.
That's a weird collection. What are you, Rosie from Hasman Hotel?
How do you keep those? But of course, Mizu wasn't gonna accept that. Heiji was kinda curious though. How would you even reach Fowler in his castle? And he really described the castle like it's the final boss room.
Gotta cross the violent waters. 8 levels to reach his chamber at the top, each with a signature defense.
By gassing all this just for Mizu to run through that shit in half the episode. Though he does give Mizu an alternative. He said he can get her inside that castle. She wants to murk Fowler, and he wants his partnership with him to end. All you gotta do is get into this barrel and I'll take you there.
This nigga is crazy.
Who in their right mind would just get inside a barrel? Like, surely you knew this wasn't gonna work. Now, obviously, he didn't come here alone. There's 500 of my best archers on those cliffs. If I drop this ribbon, you'll die where you stand. So you're gonna get in this barrel.
Oh, brother, oh.
I'm sorry.
Sever the arm with no hesitation, and he wasn't lying about those 500 archers. Now, they wasn't gonna survive this. If it wasn't for this brute being a dumbass, he had Ringo cook something for him as if he's a part of the team. Of course he poisoned you. You thought you was gonna get a free meal? Got kicked off the cliff, so then he swoops in with his horse, carrying some type of armor on his back and got the squad out of there. And you know, after a near-death experience...
You know what? He may be no hands, but he's literally top G. Okay. I wasn't gonna do that because, again, he had no hands.
A little more friendly with the ones you survive with, but honestly, I don't fuck with this guy, bro. They started hyping each other up, like,
oh, your shooting is so good. Oh no, your timing though. Wow, it was impeccable.
Like, I can see it from a mile away. Mizu, pick anyone else, please.
Please,
I kid you.
Please, don't fall for this asshole. Like, literally. Oh, God, don't.
This dude called her mom a whore yesterday.
What? Where the monster boy lived with his whore mother.
Capital W-H-2.
He said it.
Paused before saying it just to add that extra emphasis to it. That's some shit I will never forget. We are not friends.
Oh, grudges. I don't give a goddamn. I still hate motherfuckers from middle school. I don't wish none of you bitches well.
But he was like, oh, it's such a shame our duel is tomorrow. I have to murk you before you can get your revenge. Thank you. Took that boy's scarf too. But she did leave him a note saying the duel is still on, but you gotta wait a little bit. Well, damn. So we now see Heiji back at the castle and just listen to how he talks about Mizu.
Is no man. A demon. Eyes empty. Nothing can stop him. He'll come. He'll stand right here. And he will open your throat. He'll watch you die.
And turns out that...
Like a freaking boogeyman, the Unreal.
That brute is still alive, and he was the one who captured Titan. So we won't be seeing him for a while, and I'll tell y'all now, he was going through it.
Damn!
Meanwhile, we do see Mizu in another village. After talking with Heiji,
No, we gotta see that again.
And he was the one who captured Titan. So we won't be seeing him for a while, and I'll tell y'all now, he was going through.
Like, damn! Oh, okay. I mean, to be honest, this is karma to the max, but still a god damn.
Meanwhile, we do see Mizu in another village. After talking with Heiji, he unintentionally revealed a way to get into the castle. Something to do with prostitutes, but this time period is so crazy. Folks would watch people get cut down in the middle of town and then immediately go back to grocery shopping. They'll watch someone's life get taken and then start thinking about eggs right after.
For real.
Anyways, back to the plan. Gotta head to the brothel. There's someone specific Mizu was looking for. Madam Kaiji. But brothels are so funny to me because niggas really spend money to get tickled.
To be honest, he's not lying. At this point, I'm like, okay, all right, I get it. Everyone has a thing, which is understandable. I'm not shaming it. But if it's just you getting tilted, well, can you have your significant other do that for you?
Honestly confused on why Mizu came here at first. I thought he was here for business. Maybe she just got distracted, because next thing I know, we're watching folks get freaky, and some of them were advanced freaky. These were grandmaster lobbies of freak, because what pleasure do you get out of this? But now it's finally time to talk business. And once the name Fowler was mentioned, she knew why Mizu was here. Someone like Madame Kaji has status, and only that type of status will get you into Fowler's castle. So from time to time, whether she goes personally or sends prostitutes to his keep, she knows how to get inside. And that's what Mizu wants to know. But why would I help you kill my customer, she says, and that's a valid point. Fowler's probably throwing bags her way.
Lots of
Mizu
money.
said, look, perhaps in your visits you met Heiji Shindo. Perhaps he laid a hand on you. If it was his right hand, consider yourself avenged.
You provide services. So do I. Name your desire.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's cold. That's cold and cool, man. That's all I can say, because doing all that, name your desire. I don't know if she'll be scared or turned on, or scared or aroused. I don't know.
This shit means something to me, man.
Man, I feel like a kid watching this. Got me jumping out my seat and shit. So she walks Mizu over to this gambling house where Boss Hamata resides in. And what did this guy do to get his guts spilled in the middle of the street? Madame Kaji then tells us a story how once this father who grown tired of beating his daughter sold her away. He knew nothing about Kinyo except that she was deaf and mute. She pretty much raised her as her own from that point on. She grew to trust Madame Kaji and told her she would rather die than be touched by a man again. And Madame Kaji promised she never would be. But guess what Hamata does?
You took her.
So Mizu was like, alright, so you want me to kill Boss Hamada?
No.
Her.
Alright.
What?
Don't you think that's a little rash? Maybe we should ask her first. She said we can't murk Hamata because if anything happened to him, his grunts will come down and eviscerate everyone in her care. So you have to murk Kinyu, but make it look like an accident. So until it's time for the job, we just gonna chill. But look who we run into. Kemi. Her father also just found out, by the way.
Who the fuck is this nigga?
But the reason she's here is because during her search for Taigen, she spotted Mizu wearing his scarf.
Yes, Mizu, we see this fit. We see the fit, yeah.
And it was pretty easy for her to get a job in a brothel, so getting to Mizu wasn't hard. The thing is, though, she knows who the fuck you are. So Mizu was like, damn, I got this crazy story.
There was this one samurai in Kyoto, right? Trash. I beat his ass and shaved his head. And then guess what? He chased me down for a rematch. I don't remember his name, but yeah, he's dead now. I killed him.
Just had to get in that Kemi's head real quick. She tells her after that he's still alive. Afterwards, though, she ties her up and tells Ringo if she does anything stupid, end her. I got a job to do. This is an in and out mission. Stealth is the only option. So when she reaches Kinyo, does the hand sign Madame Kaji told her to do, and if you thought there was going to be some type of happy twist, you were mistaken. Just like that. What sucks is, I don't think she wanted that. Madame Kaji was saying how she was
did not want it, none of that. But still, though. Man.
All that shit in here, but she looked perfectly fine. Wasn't no scratches, marks, bruises, nothing. And I think Mizu knew that too, but Madame Kaji didn't ask for her to be saved. For her to tell Mizu how to get to Fowler, she had to do what she said. Worst part is, though, she didn't even have to die. Whole reason she told Mizu to make her death look like an accident is so she can be freed, but also so they won't storm to her doorstep. But guess what? They stormed to her doorstep. All because this little boy saw her. Now, I just want y'all to really take in how many people she's about to box right now. But one thing this show knows how to do is hype up Mizu.
What's it?
No one man can defeat an army, but one creature can. There once lived a Ronin. Seared into his soul was the day his lord was assassinated. On that day, he felt something rise within him. A storm in his soul.
Kill everyone, then burn it down.
Glasses come off, cape to the side, sword unsheathed is over for y'all. The first batch got off screen and y'all still want a box. Then we cut to the past. We see that Mizu was taught to pretend to be a boy, and most importantly, the day after the fire, when her mom passed, is when she got her purpose.
I'll avenge us, Mama. I swear it.
And we knew this already, but Mizu doesn't fight for honor. She fights to win. Caught 3 bodies in the darkness.
Here's the thing. I love that role for certain protagonists in general, because at the end of the day, I'm not here to win. I'm not here to fight for honor. I'm here to win at any means necessary. Because if some of y'all know, I am a fan of Bleach. It's one thing that instilled in me had to get dragged into freaking Ichigo. It's like you want to survive or you want to win. Excuse me. Hey, I want to win.
Survivor come see later. The bodies and continue walking. Wow. Y'all deserve to get cut down for being this stupid. Now the last guy though has some skill. We see her at the start of her journey. And when she realized her blue eyes was a real problem, all she wanted was some information but got a knife to the gut instead. She cuts the claws off and dips.
He did not fear death, only that he might perish before fulfilling his vow. All seemed hopeless until
she found her mom. Turns out she survived the fire. How? I don't know. Why did she never try to reach out to her daughter? All questions that need answers. And the craziest part is, she tried putting Mizu on with her husband. Of course she refused, but this is when I realized her mother sucks. She's really gaslighting her like, oh.
What child wouldn't want her mother to be taken care of? I'm off to work now. We need the money. You see, I'll do anything for you.
Oh, bro.
Sup, bum-ass mother.
Brother, this guy stinks.
And eventually, she does cave in. Oh, perfect. Just step in a single file line. Thank you.
It makes it like Daredevil. It makes things much better.
Life so much easier. One's out of here, turns around straight to the heart, kicks the body, creating some space, blocks the attack, and then honestly, I don't even know what the fuck she did here. A front flip, taking out 4 dudes at the same time. She really just got a quad feed. And it's kind of weird seeing Mizu like this. In regular clothes, doing regular people things. But honestly, she could have lived a good life. The guy didn't care about her blue eyes. They were enjoying meals together.
And the point that he somewhat cared for her.
On rides together. Like, is that a smile I see? Mizu smiling, you know she having fun. But we already know something went wrong. Yep. If life was so good, how'd she end up here? Tries trapping them aside. Not too sure what her plan was, but we still got a whole army to face. And not gonna lie, she should be dead. The Nagitana.
What?
No better weapon when outnumbered in battle. And he did prove his skill. Mizu was impressed. But she says, I bet, let me show you how it's done. And cook that nigga. She disarms him, gives him her sword, and now he's upset. Your little ass on the ground. Jumps on top of the tree and she just playing up there. Comes back down, ducks his attack, spins over, blade between the arm, disarms him again. Then I don't even know, broke his
this man. She remixed his behind.
Guard threw the blade into the air, takes him down, catches the blade, unsheaths it, and nigga, you got your ass beat. And to Mizu, that's like her love language, but dude did not fuck with that at all, and I don't blame him, nigga. You whooped my ass.
Fuck you mean? I actually would fuck with that. It's the thing, I get it. It's a whole masculine thing, whatever, yada yada yada. But still, like, dude, I'm being highly impressed. Like, hey, you can fight. I enjoy that.
You are a monster.
Really?
After what seemed an eternity of sunshine, one day the sky darkened, still clinging on to hope that her husband's heart might soften. She was struck by the truth. Her own mother had given her away. Betrayed by blood, forsaken by her husband, she became the embodiment of hate.
Oh!
grabs the Nagita and proceeds to take out every single soldier until the feud was drowned in silence.
History did not end here, for destiny will carve the same path.
She chops his whole foot off, and those weights she has on isn't just a flex. She is turning her sword into a Nagita. Blocked.
That is cold as fuck! That is cool!
This guy takes off another weight, puts it straight in his throat, and peep her grabbing the hand, that's important. Slices this guy's arm off, but at the same time, took the claw of the other dude and finished him off. Slip blade straight to the neck and hold on. Adds another extension. She is pack-a-punching her blade mid-scuffle, and she is constantly taking off entire limbs. Steps on bro's back, putting on the final piece, and look at the landing. She put these two on the pole, kicks the dude away, flips them over, adds more arms to the pile, and look at the blade movement. Another leg. Puts it between her legs, and if you enjoy walking, I suggest you move, because she is taking all feet. But you though, hold this for me real quick. She grabs it and then twists. And not gonna lie, these are probably some of the smartest grunts I've seen.
Yeah, because after seeing all that, get the out. You should have left the first time.
Running away is your best option. It's really your only choice if you want to survive. But look how she continues to walk them down. And she is not one to repeat mistakes. Sorry, bro, you had to go. She grabs Boss Hamada and let the ladies do what they please. Back to the past real quick, and we see how the dude comes running back like, no, Mizu, I came to help. Like, nigga, we seen you. Made eye contact and all. You left her. Then he starts blaming the mom like, nah, you sold her out for money. And then the mom was like, no, he sold you out to win back his title. And Mizu was just tired of it, honestly. She allowed him to murk her mom, and then she murked him. And this is when we see Kyoto soldiers making their way here. They finally found Akemi, but she was like, I'm not going anywhere. Right, Mizu?
Take her.
Damn. I don't know. This is the only thing I would probably say I disagree with Mizu on this one.
I don't know what she expected. To become an enemy to the nation? For you? Out of your damn mind. I don't know if you just forgot earlier you tried to poison her, so you know you're not getting protection privileges now. But Ringo here doesn't seem to understand that. He was like, no, you just left her. You're no samurai. A samurai is honorable. And I don't know why everyone just keep throwing that word around. Mizu has never claimed to be a samurai.
What forged this being? Hate alone was not enough. It took one more ingredient. Love, tainted by betrayal. With it came blood, despair, and the birth of the Onryo.
Only one thing was inaccurate. I met an Onryo once. A real one. But it was incapable of love. I searched its eyes for a sign of love, or mercy, or good. There was only darkness.
And I gotta say, they wrote this episode beautifully. The stage play, tying into the backstory, tying into the fight. Then it all comes together in the end when we find out it was being told to the Shogun. And how Akemi finished it off, I gotta give them a round of applause for that. Anyways, we made it to the castle. And thanks to Madam Kaiji, we know how to get in. But Heiji wasn't lying when he said every floor had defense. Shit, even the basement had defense. She started picking the lock and the entire underground got flooded. She does make it out though, and this sequence felt like a game stealth mission. And I know for a fact, if y'all play Ghost of Yote, they had to take some inspiration from the show. But we transition over to these guys real quick, and this dude put spoiled milk in a bowl and called it soup. Ugh. You try to feed this to anybody, you deserve to get punished. But they're just quickly going over their plan. The shipment of guns are ready. They just need loyal men to fire them. And this guy, by the way, is the Shogun's advisor. He was like, oh, our men are trained and eager to serve. Each one hates the Shogun with all their heart. Now, what did the Shogun do to make y'all niggas this mad? For real. The advisor is living lavish and even he wants him dead. But that's when they get news of Mizu's arrival and Heiji was like, oh yeah, I need to watch this. First room, closing walls with spikes coming out the side. I was gonna say easy, but her foot got caught. She she'll be good though. Just gotta walk it off. Next room, open area, trap doors. Almost got hold, but she uses her weapon I can't think of the word, but look at that. More grunts. No starting weapon this time, but she says she don't need it.
This nigga is trash.
I don't even know how you allowed that to happen to yourself. No sword in your hand either. Did she just take your shit and then threw your ass? Then she flips all 3 of these grown men over. Like, what are they doing?
Oh!
And she just flipping it around and shit. And then she rips the entire leg off. What are these guys made of? Play-Doh? Steps on his head too, by the way. Hardcores off 2 more. Smack dude with a drumstick. And not gonna lie, those blue eyes must actually be giving her powers. How does she hit him with the leg, then kick it through? Then she somehow got her hands on what? A grenade? She doesn't even pull the pin. She starts beating them with it. Trips this guy.
Oh!
This gotta be the worst fate out of all of them.
Yeah!
You know how strong Mizu is. She just pulled a dude's leg straight off the bone, and you telling me she just struck bro and his family jewels? You know.
Damn. Alright, Mizu. Yep. Putting her in the Black Forces. Yeah, go ahead. Yep. Go ahead. Put her in there.
Whatever was there is now gone, turned to dust. But she then grabs this dude's arm through the sword, picked this man off his feet, hit him with a damn shell shock, hopped off his back, threw that guy into the pit, does a double hop, sweep the legs. I don't know how he got that much airtime, but she dodges the sword, slams her arm down, fishes it to the other side, cut his foot. Then this guy set that dude a mean heel and peeped the stench. Shoulder check, now on her back, slashed the Achilles, back the other way, took the kneecap out, goes back again, finished him off, goes back one last time, and bro, this was just unnecessary. She stabbed him in the neck. He was already done. But she decided to pick him up right on the grenade, bro. She really just didn't like that nigga. Then the next one gets flipped over, and this will be getting censored. Got her legs on the hilt with both arms pulling it back. And the final one standing, she doesn't even do nothing to him. She makes him fetch her sword while she lays back for a quick breather. So she gets to the next floor, and I can already tell. This is a boss room. I just want to know who trained a monkey to do this. When I think of monkeys, cooperative doesn't come to mind. I just saw one fighting for a bag of candy or whatever it was. But that flower had Mizu tweaking out, getting jumped by a group of monkeys. So she tossed that grenade she had earlier to get him out of there. I thought this was a useless 4 until she makes it to the next one. And turns out she's still tweaking. Dude frees them out the cage, turned off the lights, and she took them down one by one. And then she happens to see Tiger in one of those cages. And I want to say he's a real one for not saying anything, but did he really have a choice? No. He don't know shit anyway. Anyways, they're making their way to the next floor, and Tiger was like, yo, why are we going up? Outside is down. Bitch, we ain't leaving. Like, at that point, just leave me there. Come back when you're done. And on this floor, come back when you're done. Still don't know how he survived, but Tiger was like, I'll help.
No one gets to kill you but me.
Shut up, nigga.
For real.
Damn.
But during this fight, I realized how this dude survived. After Mizu bites off his nose and then stabs him in the neck, he simply pulls it out as if it was just a splinter. He has to have a mod menu of some kind. It took sticking a grenade in his neck to kill him. Which, by the way, I don't know where Mizu is just getting these grenades from. She just buying it from her eShop or some shit. And not gonna lie, Mizu earned her spot up there with Ellie and Clem. Cause
you know what? Facts. Very much so facts. Like what the fuck?
She starts scaling the side of the tower, sword in mouth, grown man on her back. She is doing all this to kill one person who, by the way, she doesn't even know if he was involved in her life at all. She's doing this on a just in case, on a what if, on a maybe, on a possibility, on a in theory, on a it's possible, on a the chance isn't zero. Like, nigga, what's she doing?
To be honest, yeah. And imagine if it was for real. Like, literally, it was him. Imagine. That's going to be even worse.
But meanwhile, Heiji is upstairs terrified, looking all around for Mizu, can't find her at all. And this is the smartest guy here. Oh, Mizu disappeared, you say? I'll do the same. She not better catch me here. And this dude says, oh,
no one would dare attack us here. An attack on the Shogun's emissary is an attack on the Shogun himself.
Yeah, you think she would have got to the last door and say, "Oh man, maybe next time, I guess." Like, nigga, no, got your man's killed because of that. The advisor comes through getting absolutely dealt with, and look at this guy. Ran for the blick immediately, broke straight through her sword, and Mizu went from looking invincible to looking like a regular person. Ends up seeing that tattoo on her arm and was like, "Oh, I heard something happened to old Violet. Was that you?" And started rocking her, bro. That gun really gave her immunity for this episode. Because the things I've seen this woman do, that little ass bullet shouldn't even do a dent. Taigen even tried sneaking him and that ain't work. Yo, started beating that nigga too. He would have been doomed if Mizu ain't get that flashback of Ringo. And I think right here is when she decided to be the hero Ringo thought she was. Grabbed Taigen and hopped out that window. And Ringo just happened to be there for when they fell in the water, you know. Shout out to Plot. He has no hands too. I don't know. Anyways, Ringo somehow ends up finding OG. Must have been a block away from the castle if they got to him that easily. But as they're healing up, Fowler and Heiji deadass went on a freak adventure. Like, I gotta blur this shit. Every city they went to, it just got worse and worse. And I'm not using the word freak lightly. I say
they went on a whole Diddy adventure, to be honest. They went all freak off.
It a lot, but I actually mean it this time. I was genuinely confused on what they were doing. Anyways, Fowler ends up telling Heiji that the shipment of guns will arrive on fishing boats in 2 days. So while Fowler was busy over there, Heiji writes a letter to the advisory telling him in the next 2 days, search every port, every fish yard, every boat. We have to get our hands on these weapons before Fowler does. But now we finally see Akemi again, and yeah, she's back in that prison. And because it's her wedding week, everyone's in town, so she happens to run into Madame Kaiji. Chopped it up a little bit, but she was like, girl, stop that fucking complaining. You're mad because you have to fuck one nigga, bitch. We had to fuck the whole block. Just take...
I shouldn't be laughing because the circumstance, it's very much so factual, but at the same time, she also in a prison as well. But to put it bluntly like that, it is quite hilarious.
Get here. I want to be in control of my life.
Stop running to and from men and decide what you want for your fucking self.
So then we cut to them
You know
having
what?
some...
I'll gladly bang that madam and marry her and wife her. Yeah, I would. No reason why, because at the end of the day, I dig chicks that speaks the fucking truth like this and wants to take freaking choices for her life.
Royal meeting, and look what they fed her. Yeah, nah, I'm flipping that table. I'd become a traitor before I consume that shit. And she made one little face and everyone in that room looked over like they don't got a fresh bowl of rice, soup, and vegetables. How about you gotta come over and eat this shit? Anyways, later on, she ends up getting down with her husband because, all a part of the plan, gotta control him. Talks to Madame Kaiji again and told her she wants to buy out all these girls' contracts. They're the only people she can trust here, so they no longer need to be prostitutes. But this girl right here was actually the one digging in Fowler's butt earlier, so she heard everything they were talking about. The guns, the shipment, the army, that this all is taking place during the Lord's Assembly, everything. She tells all that to Akemi, who then brings it to her father, who then pushes her off a roof. He was a part of this the whole time. So he grabs Akemi, locks her in the dungeon, but what he doesn't know is that Fowler wants to kill him too. Now we cut back to Heiji, who just got news that nothing was found in any boats, ports, fishing yards, nothing. Because Fowler was smart. It wasn't smuggled in some random crate. It was hidden to look like regular items. Gave him a demonstration on what these guns can do. And one of the men happened to be the advisor. He found them trying to steal his delivery. Heiji is so lucky Fowler didn't suspect him at all. But we're gonna fast forward a little bit. Mizu and Taigen are fine. They were play fighting a little bit and question. If Taigen got turned on by this, is he gay?
Absolutely.
Realistically, she is a woman, but he don't know that. That's a nigga to him. That's a man to him. That's an XY chromosome to him. So that means in his head, he was wrestling a man and got bricked. And then right after, he hates her again. because she told him how Ikemi got dragged away by soldiers and how Fowler is planning an attack on the Shogun, so he was like, oh.
So you've known all this time? What kind of samurai are you?
And everyone is still throwing that word
She's
around.
not a samurai, she's a
so
Ronin.
So he proceeds to call her a demon and then walk away. So after that, it was time for Mizu to forge a new sword. And why she has all this writing on her body is because she has to be one with who she is. You can't be half, you have to be whole.
What?
Did that explain why she had writing on her at all? Not really.
Not really, but
hey,
at the end of the day, I don't question the process anymore. And I can't really blame the guy being bricked up. Pause. Because technically he does not know that she's a woman, and just like the rest of us, at the time we didn't know that she was a woman until basically, not the later season, but we kind of guessed it right. Like, oh, she is a woman. Okay. Well.
That's what I'm going with. Anyways, earlier when she tried, the steel crumbled, but this time she succeeded. Though she doesn't even end up making a sword. She goes to OG and was like, yeah, you're right. I'm not worthy of this metal yet. I'm gonna head over to Edo, kill that guy, and if I return, you can determine if I'm worthy. And they threw the movie borders on. Now they're getting serious. But her plan isn't only to kill Fowler. It's also to save Ikemi. And speaking of her, Seki actually goes against her father, freeing her and locking him in that basement. Also ended up running into Mizu on their way out when she tells her about Ringo waiting at the sewer. Which is when we also see Taigen posing as one of the guards. He ends up convincing Ringo to come with him to warn the Shogun, and to be honest, y'all need to be fired. You can probably see that shit without the telescope. It's 1,000 men marching with red flags in the air. So now Ringo and Taigen is personally protecting the Shogun, which, by the way, Ringo, Ikemi's escape plan relied on you. I don't know if you forgot that, but anyways, yeah, the first line of defense gets absolutely demolished. On to the next. The second line of defense gets absolutely demolished. Third line of defense gets absolutely demolished.
Damn.
Meanwhile, on the inside, Heiji is blicking the entire squadron. Fourth line of defense, absolutely demolished. They get to the main gate and take a guess on what happens. So in about 10 seconds, they made it to the Shogun, and is it wrong that I think Fowler is kind of cool? He's a little weird, very weird, but he's a villain through and through. He's doing all this just because he wants to. The Shogun was like, you think I fear death? Put away your gun. I will die with honor.
Damn.
Murked him instantly, and that's why I like Fowler, bro. He's not one of those villains who drag stuff out and somehow lets the person get away. He talked for 2 minutes max just to embarrass him.
You will bow to us, or you will die now.
You ain't even give him a chance. Couldn't even comprehend the sentence with the time you gave him. All you heard was sim language and you shot him. But now it's time for his sons. Until Mizu rips through the door and destroys the gun. Dodges a bullet too, by the way. Her and Taigen fighting him off, and for some reason they're not shooting. Like, there's 4 of you with guns. You gotta at least take one of them out. But Fowler books it out of there. Mizu was hawking him down, but first, Taigen gets his well-deserved revenge. Dude was trying to play dead like we ain't see him. Hold this sword for me real quick. And now the roles are reversed. Mizu has a gun and Fowler has a sword, but I hope you ain't think this was a one-on-one. Oh my God, this nigga is hurry. Immediately cooks this dude. Like, come on, bro. You might as well have just watched. Hopped in a fight for what? Just give Mizu the sword and go look for your girl, bro. You can't handle these lobbies. So she runs to the next room and Fowler done made a mistake. You did stab her, but you also gave her a weapon in the process. One she knows how to use. And she straight up tells him, this doesn't end until you die. Set the place on...
No. That shit is cold. That's a cold-blooded lie. This does not end until you die.
Fire just so he can escape. And I'll tell you, she is dead serious. Got that boy fleeing. He ain't care about the fire no more. And she just walks through. Entire building on fire, but she's taking her time. Meanwhile, we see Ikemi and Seki making their way out. Decided to trap the soldiers inside, making sure they lose. But from this angle, I immediately knew what was going to happen. They took out Unk, man. And his final words was telling Ikemi that his dream for Japan is one that is ruled by her. R.I.P. a real one. Taigen does find her though, and she says she wants to stay. Why? I don't know. Is anything gonna be left when this is all over? A single candle set the entire city on fire. Why isn't that shit banned? It's that easy to commit arson on a grand scale, like, bro. Anyways, we cut back to the hunt. A mean two-piece started choking her out, then put her into a bear hug, and I'm sitting here like, damn, all that ore farming for what? But as he's doing this, he's like, wait a minute, little miss? So you're the one? Done heated her up. Grabs the shoulders, and that kneecap is doing crazy damage.
Y'all need to stop messing with this woman who could actually hit you in the face and the nuts. Goddamn. Y'all some dumb fuck. From Scarlet, Welcome Down Van Diemen, to Maki, Zenin, to me. Stop messing with these people who can beat the shit out of you like this.
And he's just taking it. And I'm so glad he mentions this. Biggest city in the world is burning to the ground as a blood sacrifice to your revenge. That's exactly what I was thinking this whole time. I know you ain't mean to do it, but you did do it. City in ashes to take out one man. But we also find out that her mother wasn't actually her mother. That was her maid, paid to keep her hidden, which she did until the money ran out. And Fowler was saying, if you want to find the other two, you need me alive, because I know another word that you don't. London. So with the city in ruins, the wife of the Shogun and his two sons made it out. Akemi joins them. Ringo reunited with OG, saying he waited and waited, but Mizu never showed up. And that's because she has Fowler locked up while she sails over to London. And that's all. That concludes season 1. Netflix did their thing with this. I truly enjoyed every moment of the show. 9 out of 10. I just seen season 2 is in production. I'm here.
Yes!
This show is up there as one of Netflix's top 5, top 3. Is up there. Anyways, see you whatever the next video is. I don't know when this video coming out, so yeah.
Yeah, I already subscribed, so I'm good. Man, this was a great video. Like I said, I was gonna. It's one of those things. I will say this: one, I'm happy season 2 is in production, and I cannot wait. 2, ImKevinn did a phenomenal job for this video. Shouts to you, dude. And it's one of those things. I will gladly say this in general. This is a show that I will gladly binge watch again. Minus the naked part, but at the same time, I'm a grown adult, so. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoy this as much as I did, and I hope y'all stick around enough to watch this whole thing with me. So anyway, I digress. If you like any of this content, please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Like, comment, and subscribe to ImKevinn. I will leave the original link to this video down below to watch it uninterrupted. And also let me know your thoughts about the Blue Eye Samurai. So. Anyway, till next time, please take care of yourself. Stay hydrated, stay safe, stay warm. Peace out.
And little questions is everything they know about you. No,